So the idea with this is, I wanted to send out a newsletter or some type of email to my condo clients every week and create really fun interactive email, give education, stay top of mind, and provide them some good info. So we can get started. So you're thinking maybe like, who are we going to send this to? So the idea is, we can create multiple newsletters for multiple different niches. If we wanted to do one, we could each have our own newsletter template for our condo buyers, vacant land buyers, short-term vacation rental investors, name the niche. We can have a newsletter for it. So the idea is that here I am on my dashboard. Here's the key. Let me hide this. kvCORE. So when you filter in leads, if you're filtering them in through squeeze pages or through landing pages, these two ways that you can kind of funnel in leads, you can add a hashtag. And a hashtag is a way that you can group these people together, right? So if you go onto your kvCORE dashboard and you go over here to lead engine, I believe, let's see, lead engine. And you guys are pretty familiar. Nope, just kidding. Marketing. You're pretty familiar with this hashtag management. We talk about that a lot. And when you use these hashtags as a way to group people together, it's a good way that you can easily find a niche or a specific group. So because I have a hashtag that I've been using, and I'll funnel in some leads through this hashtag. I have one even right here, Big Island condo owners. So anyone that I have comes in and I have this hashtag assigned, there's a quick way that you can easily mass email them or mass text them as a group here in the hashtag manager. And that's one way that you can easily contact a hashtag/niche category, right? You can also do it under your CRM when you have all your contacts in here. And if you have a contact that's assigned, here's one, for example, all you guys, I have this hashtag with all your guys' names who signed up under my kvCORE email list landing page. And then they were assigned this hashtag, kvCORE email list. So I can find those people if I'm here in my CRM, filters. And this is a quick way to filter through all my contacts. If you go down here to, I think it's contact details. You can also filter, and this is fun. I have another video on my YouTube about all the different ways you can filter through your clients. But one of them, or I should say prospects or leads. There we go, leads. Here it says hashtag. You can enter in a hashtag here. See how it clicks in like that in the gray. And I can go down and apply filters. And it's going to pull up everyone in my system that has this kvCORE email list hashtag assigned to it. So next level is we can create a newsletter for every single hashtag that we have. And if we go into lead engine here, and this, if you might not know exactly what newsletter you want to create today, and you're kind of thinking over a couple of them in your head, maybe go to your lead engine. Just kidding, sorry, marketing, hashtag management, and see what kind of hashtag groups that you've already created, if you've already created some. So I can see I have one for Big Island condo owners. So that would be a good one that I can make a newsletter for. Or if I had hashtag oceanfront condo buyers, I could create a newsletter all about oceanfront condos, et cetera, et cetera. Or Waikoloa buyer or Waikoloa Village. All these people are looking in Waikoloa Village. I could create a whole newsletter about Waikoloa Village. So does anyone feel like they need help with maybe coming up with one, or is everybody feel pretty confident on the niche that they want to create one for? Because we can always help each other here.
Kelly, I have a question real quick.
Yes.
Okay, so first thing to do is create the name under create a new hashtag. That's your first step. Is the name a hashtag?
You could, or you could create the hashtag as you go along.
Okay,
as
okay.
you
So
start
we're
to
not there
filter.
yet then.
Yeah. Like you can today, you can just create the newsletter and say you don't
Okay.
have it, you know, say I don't have a hashtag with a bunch of people in it that I can target. I can create this template and then just kind of go through my people if I don't have that many, and I can click them who I want to send it to. If I wanted to go that route, like, oh, okay, Kurt, I remember he wants a condo. This person wants a condo. If I was doing a condo newsletter here, and I can go through and click them individually and then mass email.
Okay, got it. I see.
Yes. And that's one way that you
Okay.
can implement this today if you haven't already started, you know, creating that hashtag and building it up. Yes. Good question, Carrie. Yes. What is another way? That would probably be the best way to implement this right away. And then once you realize, okay, I have this newsletter that's for condo buyers, or I have this newsletter that's for single family homes in Honoka'a. Every time I get a new lead, I can create a hashtag for it and just continually use that same hashtag, right? Or condo newsletter maybe, or condo buyer. And I can continue to add that hashtag to the contact's profile. So then once you continue to build it up, you'll be able to go into marketing, hashtag management, and be able to find everyone quicker over time. Awesome. Anybody else have any more questions before we start diving into creating one? Okay, awesome. So I kind of already started mine the other day, but we'll just start from the beginning here and then we might kind of move forward. But okay, here we go. So in marketing, all marketing, these are all your marketing. Right here, you see smart campaigns. Let me hide here. Manage campaigns. My campaigns, which is all the smart campaigns that you're using or that you've cloned or you've customized. kvCORE library, all the ones that they give you that you can create and customize. And then templates. So remember, templates is like each individual email, each individual text. And then the smart campaign puts it all together. So we're just going to create an email template. And once you create an email template and it's in your system, you can fire it off in a smart campaign. You can add it in a campaign, or you can just use that template even as a one-off. So here you can see I have this email template. You can see here, number one mistake sellers make. So say I'm talking to Becky or whoever, and we start talking about the number one mistake sellers can make. I can go to quick actions, send email, and I can just send her a one-off email by finding that email template right here. And it's going to pull it all up. Okay. So the email template. So the idea with this newsletter is we can also mass email it. So once you create a template, you can put it in a smart campaign. You could use it as a one-offer where you just add it in and send a one-off email. You know, another good example is if you start talking to a client about lava zones and they're like, oh, I don't really understand lava zones. Well, I know I have a whole email template that is set up for lava zones and has all the info about lava zones. So I can just go, you know what? I'm going to send you an email right now all about it. And I can find the client. Sure. I can go to my template, type in the name of it, and it's going to pull it up. Boom, ready to go. Send. Okay. Then also what you can do, what we're going to do with it is you can mass email it. And like I just showed you guys, you can do that through the hashtag management. If you wanted to, there we go. If you wanted to email a whole hashtag, or you can do it under marketing, schedule mass emails, get started, and you can schedule an email that way. And this is how I would recommend that we schedule our newsletter. So we'll come back to this part. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here. I would rather for today, we just create one. But what we'll do is we'll go over here, we'll go back to those templates. And we're in our email, right? Because we're going to create an email template and you can add template. And if you have something that you want to start from scratch, I know a couple of the girls I've done the kvCORE setups for. If you type in your name, it's going to pull up all the email templates that's created for you. And I always recommend when you guys are creating email templates to put your name in the template name so that way you can find it easier. So you can put your name in the search bar, and these are all the email templates I've customized for myself because they all have my name in them. So you can find your intro email. This is something I've created as the first email in a smart campaign to go out. And you can clone it. And that'll give you a little bit of a head start where you can see, you know, kind of delete some things. It'll give you a little bit of a head start. If I wanted to just change this into a newsletter, I could just delete a couple things, you know, etc. And then you would clone the template. And you're basically just going to make a copy of it and switch up some stuff. And then clone template. And that'll get you a little ahead. But I'll show you guys how to create it from scratch if you just want to create it from scratch too. So over here, add template, email template. All right. So here, template name. Does anyone have any questions so far? You guys good? Just holler if you do. So template name is just for you. So this is how it's going to show up in the system. Okay. So it would be like, for me, Condo newsletter Kelly. Has my name in it so I can find it easily, you know, however I can search it.
Wait,
Okay.
Kelly.
Yes.
So on that, you don't want to start with your name?
It, you know, this is only for you. So
Oh,
whoever,
okay.
yes, the template name is just for you to find it. So however you want to do it, totally. As long as your name is in there for searching purposes, however. Yes. And then subject line, that's what they're going to see. So that's going to be the subject of the email. Right? So you always want to be a little clickbaity, little convincing. So for maybe for this newsletter, in every newsletter, you want to do a very attention grabbing, a very timely event. So right now, you know, in the market, we have interest rates are rising. That could be something. Interest rates are rising. Throw in some emojis because we can. Watch this. Okay. Or what else is happening? You know, the seller's market coming to an end. Okay, so this is the subject line. This is what they're going to see that you want to get their attention to open it. Okay. Then we have this here is if you were to just do like a typical normal email, you would just do this standard. So if you wanted to just do text that, but since we're getting it fancy and we're doing a newsletter, I recommend this advanced editor. Just be mindful that if you type up a whole beautiful text email and you're like, oh crap, I wanted to do a video too, and you push advanced, you're going to lose all your text. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And you can see it went away. Okay. And then we can start building the exciting part. So over here, so when you're in advanced editor, these are all the content. So these are the different content options that you can use. You can put an image, create a button, a divider where it just divides maybe a picture and a video. You can do some dynamic different ones. If you click on it or if you drag it over, you can do agent header, schedule a showing button. We'll come back to that, but HTML, if you wanted to do a video, but do instead of the what's it called? What's this called? The URL, you wanted to embed the HTML code, video, text. So these are the different content you can do. Then there's the rows. And what a row is how you want it to lay on the page. So if you wanted to just do, here you can see is one row, you can move that over. It's one row. And then you see here how it says drop content blocks here. So because this is one row, it would just be one of these content blocks. So say it's an image. Then if you wanted to get crazy, these rows, you can do different ones. So see how there's two here? These would be two different content blocks. So if you drag that over, content, I could do an image in this one and then text in this one. So let me show you guys the one that I already started so you guys can get a feel for it. And what I did was I put this, let's see, there we go. So Condo newsletter, Kelly. I can edit it right here. I would just click edit. If I wanted to delete it, I could just do the X here. Or if I wanted to clone it, if I wanted to make a copy of it, I could clone it here. So edit, we're just going to edit it. Awesome. So I have my template name. I didn't do a subject line yet. So here, just so you guys can see in action, this is a header I created on Canva. It's one row here, just one row I moved over. And I use the content image. So this is one image. And if you guys go on our team leaders, let me go on there real quick here. Hold on. Awesome. This design, let's see if we can find it. Also, if you go to your projects and you go to rip me off right here, this right here is a size that makes a nice header right here. And you can see it is 820 width by 312 px. And you can actually take this one and make a copy of it. File, and then I think it says make a copy. But this is a good size here. And I created this image. So this is just an image. I saved it and uploaded it. When you, I'll show you guys, when you create an image, I'm going to just drag this over here, drop it, image. You can browse, and it's just like, you know, back in the day when you would upload an image on anywhere, but you would just click it. If it's going to load. You get the point, but this is just one image right here. Let me delete these. If you have a content block just like this and you're like, oh, I don't want that there, delete. Or if you really like it and you want 2 of them, you can clone it. Say you want this content below this one, you can move it. And you just got to let it snap in. Okay, so let's delete that. Okay, so I created this image here and I just put your Hawaii condo update by Kelly Fuller, your condo realtor, condo tours, buying in Hawaii tips, short-term vacation rentals, new videos weekly on YouTube. So I'm just going to make this standard. I'm not going to change it every time. I'm going to make it standard at the top. So you guys can get on the Canva and create one if you'd like, if that's something you're interested in, is having that header there. And if you preview, see this little preview, if you click that, it's going to show you what it would look like if they were to open the email. So you can test out to see if you like it. You can view it as a desktop, or you can do it on mobile and see what it looks like if they were to open it on mobile. Don't start from scratch. Okay, be careful of that because it'll delete everything. So you got to be just this little X. Okay. Send test. That's when you just send yourself the email. It's a test. It's going to come from no reply, but then you can see it in action in your inbox. Okay, so we got an image here. Then you scroll down. This is one row again. So one row, and I put the text box. And I move the text box over. And I haven't put any wording in it yet, so we'll come back to that. Then right down here, I have another row. I just moved it over. Right there, I'm gonna delete that. And then I put a button in it, this button. And buttons are really cool. If you click on it, you can change the font of it. I added a little emoji, but you can also change what the button does. If you want, you can have it open a web page, which in this case, I have it go into my Calendly to book an appointment, or you can have it send an email. So let me just save this and show you guys. Copy. This is a cool feature. You can have the email all ready to go. So when they click this, it's going to pop up an email from whatever browser they use. If they use, you know, this little mail thing or Gmail, and it's going to be mailed ready to go. It's going to have whoever's email address that it says. So say I had this saying, shoot my preferred lender an email to get more info. I could have my preferred lender's email. Subject is what the email is going to say, the subject line, and then the body. And I can put the body in there. So when they click it, it's going to be automatically an email ready to go out to my preferred lender. So that's a really cool feature. You can have it make a call and send SMS. I haven't done these two. So if you play around with them, let me know, but I mostly stay in these two areas here. Let's paste that again. Awesome. So when they get this email, they click this button, it's going to open up the web page and it's going to be this URL right here. If you want to get crazy, you can change the font. You can change the background color. So say I wanted the button to be pink. Oh, that's actually cute. I'm gonna leave that. I like that. Play around with it. You can do spacing. Oh, that's a good example here. You can add spaces. You can see there. If you want to make it thick or thin button, however. So those are buttons. Say you get this button all nice and you're like, I love this. This is great. You can copy it, right? You just copy the button. You can change the wording and say, maybe I'll do, click here to send me an email to set up showings. And then instead of this button here, opening up my Calendly, I'll have it send me an email to my email. Subject line, ready to see property, or no, ready to see condos, right? Because we can get super specific. Niche down, ready to see some condos. As the subject line, aloha, I'm ready to set up some showings to see condos. So when they push this button, it's going to automatically have this email ready to go, which is super cool. Say I don't want that, I can click it and delete it. If I wanted it above it, you can drag it and drag them back and forth. But we're just going to delete that one because there we go. Awesome. So then here, so the idea, the flow of my newsletter is I'm going to do a header here with the photo that I never change. This is going to be like a timely, timely thing about interest rates or et cetera, et cetera. And then I want to shoot a video about it. And I'm going to do a market report or some type of timely event. So I haven't shot the video yet, but I will. So what you want to do is take the row and I'm going to drag the one over here, that one block. And I'm going to go to my content video and drag it over. So now once I create that video, I'm going to want to put it on my YouTube because every video has to like have a place to live, right? It needs to have a home. So there we go. So this is my YouTube channel. Where's it at? There we go. So once I create this video, I'm going to upload it to my YouTube, have it all ready, nice and pretty for others. And then I'm going to click it. So let's just say it was this one. And I'm going to share and grab this link. And go back, click on the video and paste. And now the video's in there. Just be mindful that, as you can see here, the video is going to show whatever my thumbnail was, right? So
Aloha, friends.
any of these would, these are my thumbnails. That's what's going to show here. So just important to put a thumbnail. So that way, if it's a video that you're talking and you're not making a funny face and then your funny face is right here. So your thumbnail will show there. So that's one way to add a video. is you just do the video content and you use the little URL. Or you can do the HTML where you still have my row. I'm going to take this HTML and drag it over. It says, I am a new HTML block. Okay, great. Click it. And now I'm new to this one, but I'm pretty sure you just delete that. And we're going to go to our YouTube, go to our video, share. But instead of grabbing this link here, this URL, we're going to embed it. We're going to copy this whole code. Copy. Go back here. Paste it. Ooh. Okay. And then I guess that's it. It looks like there's not a save button. Okay, so let's just click out of it and see what it does. Okay, so this is just like another look of it. As you can see here, it still has your thumbnail, but it says watch on YouTube. If you click it, it does show it right here too. Where on the other one, if they were to click it, it would take them to a new tab and it would be your YouTube. So totally whatever you're into. Awesome. So we got our picture, our row with our text, our row with our embedded YouTube video. We have a row with a button that's going to go to our Calendly. And then here, so the idea then is I want to do a featured condo tour. So every week I want to go to a different condo tour complex and do a tour of the grounds. So here I just did, think smart, not hard. I basically just took this graphic I created on Canva and see this little duplicate, cloned it, and just switched out the words, messed around a little bit with it, but I didn't stray too far. I think I just deleted the black text and made the pink one bigger. Here, this page is so tiny. They don't give you much room to work. Let's see here if I can pull this down. Nope. Okay. Awesome. So this week's featured condo tour. This is a row with a text. So then I took this text. Here, I'll just show you guys. Let me copy this. Delete it like it's not there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm like, I want some text in between this image and my photo, or excuse me, video. I could go row, pull it down here, content, text, and now it says that it's a new text block. I can type all the stuff I want. And then you can change the fonts and the sizes too. So if I'm doing more of this kind of style, make it black, maybe make it a little bigger. I can center it. If I wanted to highlight maybe this part, I can highlight it. Lots of good options. However you want to make your text stand out. Oop. There we go. So I just did a little blurb. Join me on a condo tour of our condo located here. We take a tour around the amenities and grounds of the property. Perfect. So just a little text box. And then here, I put a video. It's so tight. There we go. So this is a video box. I just pulled a row over, content, and I dragged the video. I went to my YouTube channel.
Aloha friends, it is Ken.
Which one was it? This one. Yeah, so that's why you got to put a thumbnail. So this is the look of the video. Awesome. So then share, copy that, and then I just paste it right there. And it's going to look like that. Going to show my thumbnail. Perfect. And then here at the bottom, I put list of condos for sale today under 500K, list of condos for sale today under $1 million, list of luxury condos for sale today. So this is fun. These are my favorite. These are buttons. So if you were to click it, you can see here, it's a button, and I have them each, all three, they're all different. I have them right here's the link. And they're going to a squeeze page that I've created off my website. So here, let's do that. Let me show you guys that. Okay. So here on kvCORE, I know I talk about these a lot, but I'm going to go slow just in case anyone doesn't know. But over here on Lead Engine, we have landing pages and squeeze pages. Build squeeze page. You can do a multi-property, a single property, a seller squeeze, or a market report. Multi-property is one that I'm using here. These three buttons. And what a multi-property is it links together like a lot of like properties. So if you wanted, for this instance, you can see I did list of condos for sale today under 500,000. So that's my niche. I'm going to create this squeeze page for. So now condos under 500,000, I would create this squeeze page. So I can go here. I can type in the city, or I can draw on the map. So did I say a place? No, this one's just all over. So, I didn't niche down as far as saying in Kona or in Waikoloa, which is another thing you could do. You could do list of condos for sale in Kona today under 500,000. And then do another one, list of condos for sale today in Waikoloa under 500,000. So you can really niche down and get even more specific. But this one, I just did the whole island. List of condos for sale today under 500,000. And if I was to copy that and paste it, there you go. Yes, you can see here I targeted the whole island. A nice thing, sorry guys, let me take a drink of water here.
Hold on, Kelly, while you're drinking.
Yes.
So we can't be doing this. We can't work on the squeeze page while we're still creating our template, right? Because it'll bounce this out. Like, do you have two different windows open is why you're able to toggle between?
Correct. Yes, I just opened kvCORE twice.
Okay, and so that way we won't lose. Okay, got it.
Yep. As long as we act fast, it usually doesn't time out unless you like lose internet or something. But, I always recommend too is just updating it. Kind of like back in the day when you had to save, type a couple words, save, type a couple words, save. It's kind of like that too. So once you start getting it a little bit rocking and rolling, update it. Just so you don't lose it. And then go back in and find it and then edit it. And kind of keep doing that just so that doesn't happen. But it doesn't have like a timeout option on it. But yes, I just opened up kvCORE twice on my screen here. So also, okay, but another good thing about squeeze pages is that it's evergreen. So these squeeze pages, once you create them, they're going to upload, they're going to refresh themselves. They're evergreen, they'll work. So once you get those codes out there, it's not like they're not going to stop working. If you were to use, a single property, that one would time out because the property will sell, right? So then it's no longer available on your kvCORE. But this IDX feed is just a constant feed from MLS. So it's going to be refreshing itself, which is awesome. You don't have to worry about a link going dry. So here right now we have 11 whole island of condos. And how I made that was here I'm under multi-property. You can type in the city or you can draw on the map. And it's like connecting the dots. You just drop it, drag, drop it, drag, and connect the dots there. It's gonna highlight. You can also, if you're like, oh, you know what? I want to get down here as well. You can pull just one and create, pull it out. You can back it up. If you want to do the whole island, you can drag it. Say they want it everywhere but the bottom, you can move it up, you know, super user friendly, and then apply. And I keep it pretty broad because for this one, I'm not totally niching down. I'm just doing condos under 500,000. So style, or excuse me, listing type, condos. Price range, the max is 500,000. We can leave this one open. I never said anything about beds or baths. I didn't say 2-bedroom condos under 500,000. So I can leave all this empty. Source, just put maybe newsletter. This is just for you, so you know where you put it. Hashtags. So if this was to go out to anyone in the universe that wasn't in my kvCORE, I would add a hashtag. But because they're already going to be in my system rocking and rolling, I'm just not going to worry about that. Because they're already going to be in my system. I don't need to filter them in a category because they're already going to be in there. So we're just going to leave those empty. Property views allowed before registration. So again, same with this. Whoever gets this email and gets this specific link is already going to be in my system. So I don't necessarily need to trigger them to register. So for this case, I'm just going to put never. If this link was out there in the wild, maybe I took this squeeze page right here, this link, or not this one, but one I create, and I put it on a Facebook group, and I'm trying to drive traffic through this squeeze page from this random Facebook group, then this is how many views will you allow that lead to click around, property views, click around on your page before it pops up and says, hey, give me your info. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 5, never, all that good stuff.
So why wouldn't you want that to just pop up to not annoy your people who
Yes.
are already in your system?
Yes, because we don't need them to register because they already did. They're already in my system. Does that make sense? Yes,
Yep.
because what the registration is their email and phone number. So if they're getting this email of my newsletter, I already have their email and their phone number. Probably. So we can just leave it at never. It's still going to give them this link. It's still going to allow them to click around. I'm still going to be able to see what they're clicking on because the system's smart and is going to realize that they're clicking on the property. So it's all still good on my end, but it's just not going to pop up and say, hey, register. And then you can generate link. Once you click that, you get a long link and a short link. And you can copy that. So now this squeeze page is going to be, and I'll paste it here. Oh, it's all weird, but it's going to be, you know, that little design I drew, condos. under 500,000. And it gives a list. So when I get that little squeeze page there, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to my newsletter where I created a button. And I'm going to paste that URL. Boom. So now my people that get this newsletter, they can click this button. It's going to take them to a squeeze page of all the condos under 500,000, just like I told them I was going to give them, and let them browse around. So then I have another one, list of condos for sale today under $1 million. So I can actually just go back. I can reset it. Reset. And do the same thing. I can draw on the map. All the way around, apply section, condos. And we did the price range under $1 million. So now I can go $1 million. Whoa. Everything else we can leave empty. Source, newsletter. Never. Generate link. Copy. Go back to my button and paste it. And then list of luxury condos, I did the same thing. But I think I didn't do what did I do for that? I did the whole island. I did condos. And then I think I just did like $1 million starting. Pretty sure that was it. Never. And generate link. Oh, I got to do the math, but you guys get it. And then I went over here to my button and pasted it. So then now we have these 3 little awesome squeeze pages that they can click and easily be connected with. And because they're in my system, so say Bobby Jane, I don't know, Bobby Jane, I guess. Bobby Jane's on my system looking around, clicks on this squeeze page. The system's smart and realizes that he's looking at these properties. And then they're going to start to show up right here. And it's going to tell you that that person looked at that property. Do you guys have any questions about those ones? Awesome. Super fun. I mean, what I could do is even dial this in even more and do Kona, but since I did them, we'll just keep them like that for now. And then down here, so we got the 3 buttons with the 3 squeeze pages. Once you create squeeze pages, lead engine, build squeeze page, history, you can find all the pages you made if you lose the link. And for some reason on the last page at the bottom is the one that you just created. And you can view it or you can copy it to use it again. Awesome. Then we got right here, these are our socials. So I moved over a row. I dropped it. And then I went to content, socials. And once you pull that over, if you click it, you can see this is how you can put all your social media links at the bottom of the email. Just gonna delete that real quick. And you can design, how do you want it to look? Do you want it to be colorful? Do you want it black and white, as box, circled, whatever. Click that. And then you can put all your social links in here. You can move the order of them. If you wanted Facebook to be first, then Instagram. Type in the URL or copy and paste, I should say. If you didn't want to put one, say that you didn't have that, say you don't have an Instagram, you can delete it You can add more. Down here, there's add new icon. Say if you're really big on LinkedIn, you can add LinkedIn, drop your LinkedIn handle, and then it'll show up down here. So I just have my Instagram, my Facebook. I think I put in my email, YouTube, and then my website. But I'm just going to actually delete some of these because there we go. Just the goods. If you wanted to get really crazy and get a little bit more personalized, see how we have these 3 links. I can go row. And these are just kind of how they lay out, just little different layouts. If you want a little bit big, you know, whatever. So if I went like this and I dragged the 2 next to each other, I took the social, I grabbed it, and I popped it in the one box here. Fun. Deleted the bottom one. And say I wanted to put an image here. I can go to my Canva. Sorry, guys, I gotta go back online. Hold on here. And that's probably, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Let's do this one. This was an IG post I created. Think smart, not hard, right? Boom. We can resize it. This one's kind of big. So let's do, I'm thinking like an Instagram post would probably be a little bit smaller. You can copy and resize, so it'll make another copy of it and not change this one, or you can just have it change, but I'm going to have it copy and change. Nice. Let's just make this bigger. Perfect. You guys get the point here. Awesome. So once you created your image, sure, share, download, and then I just want this page 1. So I'm just going to go page 1, download. Well,
Okay, that was my question. So when you upload all your photos, like when you're copying them from Canva, you have to download them, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I was trying to copy and paste and it wasn't working that way. So just download.
Yep. Basically,
Got
like
it,
you're
got
making
it.
a picture. You know,
Okay.
you got to download it as a
And then you can find it from your browse file.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So when you go back here, you can see my little content block. I'm going to put content, drag over the image. See where it says drop your file. So I can actually drag and drop it. It's going to load. Come on. Oh my gosh. What I was thinking, I think what I'm going to do for this newsletter, let's see. Okay. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Okay. It's a little big. So you got to play around with it, with the size, but also if you click the row, see how I didn't click the social or the image? Because these are 2 content blocks, right? We want to click the row, which is the whole row. You can change the size here. There we go. That makes it a little better. Let's see. And we'll go half and half. Oh, okay, there we go. So now that's an example of 2 right next to each other. Because all these are basically one row with one content in it. And then this one is a divided row with two different content. So now I can get really crazy. Now I got an image. If you ever want to change the image, like, oh, you know, maybe I did a typo, I just had to redo it. Instead of deleting it by clicking it and deleting it, you can just change the image. So once you put the image content in there, right? Because we dragged it over and then uploaded the photo, you can just change it, change the image instead of get rid of it completely. So now another thing we could do is I'm thinking create another little cute graphic. Or maybe I'm going to take a row and I'm going to drag it to the bottom and I'm going to put the socials back there. I'll put the socials back, drag the little row. I'm going to grab the socials. I'm going to move those back. Okay. So now I have this other content block that I can put something. So I could put another image if I wanted to do two next to each other. Delete. I could do a text box if I wanted to put some words next to it. But in this case, I think I'm going to put a little cute image, but have it say words. So I'm thinking delete the text. And I'm going to go back to my Canva right here. We know this is the size we like. So I'm just going to clone it. And I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff off of it. And I think I'm going to put text. I'm going to do text. And I want to put like condo buyer testimonials or something cute. Maybe wait, I got a better idea. I'm going to do the same font as my header. You know what? I have an even better idea. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go down here. So this is my header. This is the size of this one here, right? So I'm all about thinking smarter, not harder. So let's go to that one, resize it as an Instagram post, copy and resize. Ooh, made it tiny. And let's just kind of make it the same style. It might be too matchy-matchy. I don't know if everything looks the same, but I mean, consistency is good. So let's just do see my 5-star testimonials. Fun. Can change the size. Ooh. Maybe I'll take out C. And I'll just do my 5-star testimonials. Oh my God, that's so annoying. Or what my clients are saying. It's kind of cute. And then we can do a little arrow. I love me a good arrow. Ooh. Let's change that to, you click on the image. I think you can change the color. Should be able to. Let's Let's just do, there we go. That's fun. Color, black. There we go. Let's throw a little star emoji in there. Fun. Fun, okay. Share, download, PNG, and we're just doing page 1. So we'll go page 1, done, download. Okay. So now I'm thinking, oh, save. We can take this image and see we have a content block. So we need to put the image block in there. I'm gonna drag that. You can also, so dragging it in there, but you can also by browsing. It's gonna think. Heck with it. Drag it. Ooh, cute. Okay, so here in this row, you can see we have 2 different images right next to each other. And again, you can kind of play around if you want one bigger than the other, if you want them equal. You can also put a little space in between. See how there's no space there? If I wanted to, I could go right there. See that little me? Yes. And then boom. Okay. That's good. That just is enough, just that little white line. Okay, so let's update it just so we don't lose our work here. And we can go type it in again under templates, email. Again, if you put your name in the template name, you'll always be able to find it quickly. Condo newsletter, I'm going to edit it. Awesome. So we have my header. I'm going to put some good info text in here, give them all the good stuff. I have an educational video that I will put there. They can click this button to schedule a meeting. This little image about this week's featured condo tour. I have a text box talking about that specific condo. I could go in detail too. I could list more about HOAs and go more into depth there. This is a video where I pasted the URL. Then I have 3 buttons. Each of them is to a squeeze page that's going to be evergreen. So it'll upload all the time automatically. Then we have a row with 2 images in it. This is Instagram size. And then at the bottom, we have 1 row with our socials. Okay, well, we're running out of time, so I'm just going to go a couple seconds longer. So preview. Now that, say I have my beautiful newsletter all ready to go, I can preview it and check it out. Looks good. Looks amazing. Awesome. Can view it on a phone. Fabulous. Good stuff. Oh, the little arrow's kind of weird on the phone, but whatever. Better to be done than perfect. I could send myself a test if I wanted to, and it'll come to my email. Okay. So now here's the kicker. Every week, you're going to want to do it different, right? You're going to want to change it. So either you can come into your templates and every week you can edit the template directly. Oops, wrong one. Hold on here. Okay, you can edit that template template directly in the edit here. But then say you decide to go crazy for this one time, then you're going to lose your previous ones. You know, so say if you decide that you want to keep the same style for every single one, then editing in your template area here should be fine because you're not going to go crazy. But say you're somebody that's like, oh, I want to switch it up every week and maybe I'm going to do multiple videos one week or, you know, get wild with the layout of it. Then what you should do is not change it in the templates, not edit it here, because once you create that edit, you can't get the previous version back, right? But when you go to mass email it under marketing, schedule mass email, get started. You're gonna schedule an email. This is where, and we can go into this more in another video, but this is where you're basically gonna set it up to schedule it. When you're under templates and you type it in, because you created this template, remember? You got it all, this email template, all nice and pretty. I'm gonna click it. You can also edit it here before you mass send it. Okay, so you can edit it as well here. But when you edit it in the mass email area, you're only changing that one email. You're not changing the rest of the emails. Or I'm sorry. Yes, you're just changing that one. You're not changing the template. Okay, so if you wanted to get crazy, you know, say last week, this is one that I did last week, and I'm going to come in here and switch the writing. I'm going to change a couple videos and do little minor tweaks to it, just enough to make it, you know, new. You can do it here and then schedule. Okay, but just note whatever changes you just made, when you go back to your template and or when you decide to schedule one for next week and you go here to your newsletter, oops, it's going to pull up your template. It's not going to have the changes you just made. Does that make sense? I know that's a little confusing, that part. Yes. Okay, let me show you one in action here. Real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. I know you guys, it's getting past bedtime here for me. But like Dylan's one, I send out every week. So he has it, I created a template for him. If I go to Dylan, or no, what do I type in? Vlog. Oh, shit. Okay. Edit. So every week I could go in here and change this, which is what I do. I change the template. Okay, change the template. But then say when I go to schedule an email, and I go schedule mass email, vlog, boom. Got it all pulled up from that template. Say this week, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to take out all this. I'm not even going to have this in here for just for this email. Then I can click delete, right? Whatever, delete, and then schedule it. Because I edited this one, it's not going to change the other one. It's not going to change the template. It just changed that one email. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me for so long. Do you guys have any questions? I know that was a lot. I'm gonna post this on YouTube so you guys can watch it back and then kind of maybe go slower if I went too fast. I hope I didn't.
That's why it's good that it's recorded.
Yes. I know I try to go slow, but I know that a lot of you guys that come all the time, you're like, okay, we know how to make a squeeze page. We get it. But
Awesome as always.
awesome. Well, if you guys have any questions, reach out. But if not, I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right on. Bye, guys. Talk to you
Take
soon.
care.
Thank you.